Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be previewing this coming Saturday's meeting here from Fanny Bay in Darwin, which is the 28th of February. An excellent card of 6 races has been assembled for the last meeting of February, and with some 57 acceptors and 3 superb each-way betting affairs, it promises to be a great afternoon of racing. No less than 13 jockeys will be in attendance, something like akin to a carnival meeting really, with Hannah LeBlanc, Jet Stanley, Billy Cray, Lec Maloney, Wanderson de Villa and Jess Booth joining with the top end team to provide the great opportunity for full fields of 12 in a couple of races and 11 in another. The first of the 6 gets underway at 1:49 p.m, while the last is timed to jump at 4:56 p.m. In the first, the Middle Beach Casino Resort Handicap over 1,600 metres. My numbers are 2, 4 and 3. This the 0 to 76 event over the mile, and my numbers are 2, 4 and 3. Going here with number 2, Crown Waters, for Tommy Logan and Hannah LeBlanc. This mare racing tremendously well. She's hardly been out of the money. Well, she hasn't been out of the money in 4 starts since resuming from a spell. She's finished second, first and third. Good third the other day, over 1,300 metres behind Forms of Fear. The mile will suit her better. She's a 74 rater, so if she happens to win this, which I think she will, she won't be eligible for the St Pat's Cup a couple of weeks later. So be that as it may, I still think she's the horse to beat here, and knowing Tommy Logan, he'll certainly be trying, as will his rider Hannah LeBlanc. So I've got her on top, number 2, Crown Waters. To beat number 4, Rock Revolution for Chloe Baxter and Jet Stanley. Great to see Jet having his first day's riding here in Darwin. Jet, based in Victoria. He's out of his time now, but of course he is the nephew of the late Nathan Stanley. Nathan, of course, won the Darwin Cup here back in 2008 on Club Liquid. He was a very popular visitor to the territory was Nathan. We remember him fondly, and great to see his nephew Jet riding here on Saturday. Rock Revolution won last time for Chloe Baxter. That was over the strip of 1,600 metres in Class 2 company. I know they've got designs on the St Paddy's Cup in a fortnight, and then possibly even a trip to the Red Centre for the Alice Springs Cup. So Rock Revolution will want to keep racing well. Got it in to run second, and then for third, the stablemate number 3, Capitol Hill. Of course, won the Derby here during the Carnival last year. Raymond Viger rides for Chloe. A couple of runs, 3 runs back this campaign. Seems to be improving. Last start, 1,300 metres was better, I thought. Ran 4th behind Forms of Fear, and getting back to the mile should suit Capitol Hill. So numbers in the first are 2, 4 and 3. The second's the Sportsbet Handicap. This is a capacity field. It's over the 1,600 metres for the 0 to 58 gallopers. My numbers here are 6, 8 and 1. Going with the Baxter trained Sass. Could be in for a good day, Chloe. She's got some nice chances throughout the card. Jet Stanley rides, racing really well, Sass. A second, a first, a second at her last 3 starts. The most recent was a second behind Rock Revolution, as we mentioned. That was over this trip of 1,600 metres. This horse just seems to be getting better and better, and I have it on top. Goes from a little bit of a wideish barrier, but over the 1,600 metres shouldn't be too much of an impediment. So 6 on top. To beat 8, I'm a Dreamer from the Tayan Halter stable. Tayan had a double at the last meeting, as did rider Raymond Viger. And I'm a Dreamer goes very well over this trip. Had 3 wins in 7 seconds over 1,600 metres. Last couple of runs since resuming from a spell have been good, and stepping up in trip here I think will go really, really well. And then for third, number 1, It Was Only a Kiss. Jason Manning trains and Vanessa Arnott rides from the inside gate, barrier 1. Last start effort was behind Rock Revolution. Beaten 5.6 lengths on that occasion over the same distance, but I thought there was improvement to come, so prepared to give It Was Only a Kiss another chance. So in the second, 6, 8, 1 are my numbers. The third is the book St Pat's Race Day on the 14th of March handicap. Of course, big day here in Darwin is the St Pat's meeting every year, running the St Pat's Cup, and a really good card will be assembled, no doubt. This over the 1,300 metres. We have 11 runners to go around here, and my numbers are 1, 3 and 9. Fury, number 1, created a very good impression in his only start in Darwin. That was on the 9th of January, trained by Gary Clark, Jared Todd in the saddle. That was a 1,200 metre event. The 1,300 metres shouldn't worry this horse. Has been placed twice from only 3 goes at the trip. And I just think this horse has got plenty of upside, so I've got it on top, number 1. Ahead of number 3, Hot English, trained by Ella Clark. Jessica Booth, great to see Jess back. Of course, she rode here during the carnival on a loan. Was injured one day in Alice Springs, had a bulging disc in her neck, but she's back, and nice to see her back riding in Darwin this weekend. She takes the ride on Hotham English, spit it out, and Hotham English was good last time, ran second over 1100. This trip of 1300 metres will suit better, and that was behind Loch Lorien here at the last meeting on the 14th of Feb. And then for third, it's over the page, we go to number 9, and that is Rossinato. Nice mare, this, trained by Paul Shires. Aaron Sweeney continues his association with her. Her last 3 starts have been 2 wins and a second. That last start win on the 31st of January, beating King of Keed, it was really good, and I think the extra trip, the extra 100 metres will really suit her. So in the third it is, my numbers are 1, 3 and 9. We go to the fourth, the Ladbroke Summer Sprint Series. This heat 5 of the Sprint Series, over the 1200 metres. This is the open handicap, just the 5 runners here, and my numbers are 1, 4 and 3. He's flying, Zurata, isn't he, number 1. He's won, he's only 2 runs since the carnival. He's only 2 runs back on the 9th of Jan and the 14th of Feb. Nowadays, of course, trained by Terry Gillette, and Dakota takes them out. Dakota Gillette, that is. Goes up and trip from that last start win. That was 1100 on the 14th of Feb, won by over 8 lengths and absolutely gave them a caning. He has a win on the board at 1200 metres. He had 4 starts for 1 win at the trip. And in this small field, I think he'll be winning again. Number 1, Zurata, he's just going so well. Number 1 on top, ahead of 4, Forms of Fear. Tayan Halter and Raymond Viger, the combo. Horse won at the last meeting here, over 1300 metres, drops back in trip to 1200, but that won't worry Forms of Fear. He's won 3 times from 4 starts at this trip, and as I say, the reduction in trip wouldn't worry him. So it looks a 2-horse race to me between 1 and 4, and then for third, number 3, Bond's Pride. I suppose I shouldn't leave him out. Leave him out at Chaparral, the runner-up in the Palmerston, of course, last year. He's drawn 1, trained by Jason Manning, as we know, and Jared Todd having his first ride, I think. I stand to be corrected, but I don't think Jared's ridden Bond's Pride previously, but he's on this time. He has been going okay. Last start 5th, in fact, it's 5th his last 2 starts. He'd only have to turn in anywhere near his best form, and he'd give this a real shake. So numbers in the 4th are 1, 4 and 3. The 5th's a tab handicap, this over the 1100. Our last 2 races on the card are over 11. And this for the 0 to 70 sprinters, my numbers are 1, 2 and 4. Struck gold for me, Ella Clark trains, Jared Todd rides. This horse was a dual nomination in the open sprint, but they've decided to go to the 0 to 70, the easier affair, no doubt. Jared Todd rides. Was a third placing last time out on the 31st of January and won the previous start on the 17th of Jan. So racing in good form. 4 weeks between races, I think that suits this horse. Last start third was behind Crown Waters, and I think the 1100 will suit Struck Gold. I've got it on top. To beat the obvious danger, number 2, Canton Kid. Like the previous race, I think this might be a 2-horse war. Canton Kid for Raymond Viger and Tayan Halter. Won 2 starts back over this trip of 1100, and then last time out was third over 1200. He's more of a specialist over the short course. He's won 5 times over the 1100 metres, and I've got him in to run second and a big chance. And in for third, number 4, Miami Vice. Wayne Davis for Phil Cole. He's returned in good form, a second and a third. He's only 2 runs back this preparation. Admittedly, he's up in grade here, but he's got the weight of 57, so he's getting weight relief from the 2 higher rated horses in Struck Gold and Canton Kid. So numbers in the 5th are 1, 2 and 4. And the last is the Rowan Trobus handicap. Another capacity lineup here, 1100 metres for the Class 2 gallopers. And my numbers are 1, 4 and 2. A newcomer to Darwin here, number 1, Ecclestone, trained by Gary Clark. Jared Todd will be in the saddle. Hasn't had a run, has had a couple of trials. I've seen one of the trials, the other one I was away, but saw the replay. This horse has got pretty good form to recommend in Queensland before coming to the territory. A 4th, a 3rd, a 4th, a 5th and a 2nd, all in decent races at the Gold Coast and Eagle Farm, Ipswich and Dooman. So that's pretty good form for a Saturday meeting here in Darwin. I think this horse will be ready to put his best foot forward with those 2 barrier trials under his belt. And I've got him on top, number 1, Ecclestone. Even from a tricky barrier of 10, probably jumped from about barrier 8 with a couple of scratchings. In for second, number 4, Viacone. Chloe Baxter trains, Jet Stanley rides. was right in the market at the last meeting here. In fact, it was the favourite, $2.15. That was on the 14th of Feb. Ran fourth, but I think there's improvement to come for Via Coney. So I've got it in to run second. And then for third, the last start winner, Boades, gave Phil Cole an overdue win at the last meeting here in the hands of Wayne Davis. Vanessa Arnott rides this time, and he's going up and trip 100 metres from the 1,000 to the 1,100. Shouldn't worry, Boades, and sure to race well again. Numbers in the last are 1, 4 and 2. Best bet on the day's race 3, number 1, Fury. He created a pretty good impression, I thought, when he won here at his only start, and I think he'll go back-to-back. Race 3, number 1, Fury. Well, the best roughies in the last, race 6, number 5, Miss Black Diamond. Race 6, number 5, Miss Black Diamond. Fresh up, drawing the inside gate, should give a good sight. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk. We'll be back again next week for the first of our meetings in March, and it's a Friday meeting set down for the 6th of March. And until then, good luck and good punting.